Hello everyone, I'm Zhihui. I'm a third-year astro grad student at Caltech. In this video, I want to give a brief introduction about our recent work on revisiting the gas kinematics in SSA22 Lyman alpha blob 1 with radiative transfer modeling in the multiphase clumping medium. This work is supervised by Professor Chuck Steidel at Caltech, and our collaborators include Max Grunke and Yuan Chen. So first of all, what are Lyman alpha blobs and why are they interesting? Lyman alpha blobs or labs are spatially extended gaseous nebulae at high redshifts with very large Lyman alpha luminosities. Typically, they have physical sizes of 100 kiloparsec and Lyman alpha luminosities of 10 to the 44 ergs per second. As an example, this picture is a famous lab called SSA22 Lab 1 that we study in this work. It's enormous compared to the Andromeda galaxy, which I put here for comparison, and it has a very strong extended Lyman alpha emission as shown in the green color. These labs are very interesting objects because many of them are found in overdense regions associated with protoclusters, and multiple star-forming galaxies and AGNs are often observed in labs. So studying labs helps us understand the formation of galaxy clusters and understand the mechanisms of concurrent feedback events. In this work, we carried out KCWI and MOSFIRE observations on Lab 1. This plot is the surface brightness distribution of Lab 1 obtained by collapsing the 3D KCWI data cube in the wavelength dimension. We label different features with different symbols. The yellow rectangles are the locations of our 4 MOSFIRE slits. The white circles are the galaxies already known in Lab 1, and the dashed black contour indicates an identified tadpole-shaped structure of Lyman alpha emission. So in order to put some constraints on the powering mechanism of Lab 1, we first measured the Lyman alpha to H-beta ratios along our 4 MOSFIRE slits and compared the measurements with the theoretical predictions. We considered 2 different scenarios. In the first scenario, the Lyman alpha and H-beta are produced in photo-ionization and recombination. In the second scenario, Lyman alpha and H-beta are produced in collisional excitation and de-excitation. The predicted Lyman alpha to H-beta ratios as a function of temperature are shown in the red and orange line in this plot, respectively. And the observed Lyman alpha to H-beta ratios measured in 2 different ways are shown in green and blue patches. From this plot, we conclude that the photo-ionization scenario plus resonant scattering are sufficient to explain all of our observed Lyman alpha to H-beta ratios. And we further model the observed Lyman alpha profiles with radiative transfer modeling. We considered a multiphase clumping model which has 2 components, namely the cool H1 clumps moving within the very hot intercloud medium or ICM, as illustrated in this figure. And the most important parameters in our multiphase clumping model include the clump covering factor or the volume filling factor, which is basically the number of clumps per line of sight, and the clump random and outflow velocities, and also the residual H1 densities in the ICM, which is responsible for the Lyman alpha absorption. So here are our modeling results. We selected 11 representative Lyman alpha spectra in Lab 1 for modeling, as shown on this map. And our multiphase clumping model has successfully reproduced most of the Lyman alpha profiles. And also, our model parameters are very well constrained, and we found the following very interesting results. First of all, many of the observed Lyman alpha spectra, they have significant fluxes at line center. So that requires relatively few clumps per line of sight. And secondly, the very broad Lyman alpha spectra that we have observed require a significant but realistic clump outflow and random velocities. And thirdly, the residual H1 density in the ICM determines the depth of the absorption trough. For more results, please refer to our paper. Thanks for watching.